Okay, we are live. Hey, it's Jim Kukrow from Business Around a Book and Author Marketing Club, and I've got Kevin Roy on the call today. How you doing, Kevin?
I'm great. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's great to have you here. We've known each other for a little bit online and met a couple times in person, and just wanted to get you on and talk about the things that you're doing. So can you tell people a little bit about the business that you have right now?
Yeah, sure. So it's a coaching and consulting business. I work with business owners, helping them, create more efficiency inside their business. So everything from acquisition, delivery, management, growth, and then focusing on, kind of four major areas of space, time, people, and money.
So what kind of businesses do you work with?
Mostly brick and mortar, actually. Even though I have an online business, just there's so many brick and mortar businesses that need to be more efficient that I found that's a kind of my sweet spot.
Yeah, so it's interesting. You started in the online space, creating your own online businesses, right?
Well, I actually started as an attorney,
Oh,
and then realized that I hated practicing law and kind of fell into it, following some online marketers and just realizing that there was a better way to do what I was doing.
it's funny. My friend Jeff Roars, he used to be an attorney. And I'm going to steal his line. He says, "I'm a recovering attorney."
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things that you realize a law degree is an asset, but a law license is a liability. So it's, just kind of, that's what happens.
So one of the big reasons I wanted to have you on is because this whole concept of business around a book, it can go both ways. You can have the book on the outside, but the way that I'm framing it is you have the book in the middle, and you have all these business opportunities around that book. And one of those things is the consulting, kind of agency model, which is what you're doing. I've done in the past, and I'm getting back into doing a little bit more. So let's talk about the book that you have coming out and the name of it.
Yeah, it's called The Prize. And what was that?
It's a great title, by the way. It just reminds me of like The Secret.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just one of those things that, I think book titles should have a little bit of curiosity built in, even though, sometimes it's great to just plaster out what it is. I think, when people hear it, they're like, what is that? And it leads to the conversation, which ultimately transitions into how you can help them in the business around your book.
Yeah, I love that, because you're right. It creates that Dr. Cialdini kind of mystery around what this could possibly be, and I love the final outcome, because everyone visually or mentally, for me, when I hear the prize, I think of a reward.
Exactly.
Work that I've done.
Yep.
I've, in my brain, my entrepreneurial brain, I think the prize is what I get because of my hard work. Now, someone else might say the prize is what they get at a birthday party or what someone gives them, but typically those wouldn't be your customers anyway. Those would be people who just expect everything to just be handed to them.
Well, yeah, and it's interesting because it's really a three-part type of prize. So one, yes, building kind of your dream business, I think, is the ultimate prize for entrepreneurs. Having that business that you love, that provides for your family and supports the lifestyle that you want, but also creating incentive programs is another component to it, that's tied in. So it's giving a prize, or prizes, holding contests, challenges, those sort of things for employees, customers, clients, patients, business partners, however you want to frame it. It's just a way for you to, run a business more efficiently by kind of offering these extra incentives.
Yeah, and that's very much needed in the brick and mortar space, and in any business, actually. I mean, I run an online membership site, and I have to come up with incentives to get people to buy from me. It's as simple. It could be as simple as bonuses, right?
Sure.
It could be as simple as reward program or whatever. So, I mean, it totally makes sense. I love the title of the book. So let's talk about how the book is going to help you with the business. Now, I've consulted in the past. I know from my own experience through the books I've written, having lead forms in my first book, Attention with Wiley, generated thousands and thousands of leads for me. and created pretty much my business model for consulting for years and years. I'm
Yep.
assuming that the book, The Prize, is going to kind of do that method for you as well.
Yeah, so this is like my favorite part about it. What I'm getting really excited about is, and actually we're getting out of beta, so like the first quarterly contest, if you will, is starting in June. So what it is working with the business owners from the coaching side, from an efficiency, on a weekly basis, helping them grow their revenue, but also cut their costs. But at the same time, offering a prize for, so like basically half of my coaching fee is going to go into a pool. And then of all of my coaching clients, whoever is the most efficient over a 10-week period during that time is going to have the chance to win it all. So
this is kind of
it's really a business around a book and concept. Absolutely.
Wow, that's a cool idea. It reminds me of kind of like I'm watching that Marcus Lemonis, the partner thing. He's choosing a partner. So you're actually going to have an actual prize. It's not just a
100%. And that was my intention with the book title, because I think it's something they can share, but it's also going to outline, kind of what it is and how to succeed with it, and then kind of just hopefully it becomes that viral sensation where it's, as you run one contest and you get, however many people you have in it, and then they come on and they do it again the next quarter. And then they tell people, because as they tell people, the prize pool grows. And if they're more efficient, they've done it longer, they know how to do it, it's going to keep growing. And my ideal vision for it would be to have, thousands, tens of thousands of businesses in this and give away, millions of dollars a year to them. I think that would just be awesome.
God, I tell you, I love this idea because it's taking it to a whole new level. It's not just having a lead form in the book. The book is the real middle point of this actual living, breathing business that you're creating.
Yeah.
That's wild. I'm impressed to see that, because that's like the next level thing I haven't really seen from anybody do.
I haven't either. I took the idea from the contest where people are, in like the health and wellness space, where they're trying to do like a weight loss challenge, where you'll get like, 20 guys, they'll all put in like, $50, whoever wins gets $1,000.
Right.
It's similar to that, because there is a quantitative thing that we can judge in businesses, which is profitability. But I can also do it from the standpoint of, say for instance, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but like in your business, you're helping people build businesses around their book. You could say, okay, well, as part of this, let's just do it on a straight number of clients basis. So you could then say, all right, well, people come in and they register for Kevin's The Prize, and then, but as part of this, because I brought in 100 people into however many he has doing it across many different, industries, my 100 people can also compete for a prize, and it's based on a different metric. So it's one of those things that, it can be leveraged by other business owners as well.
And the hard part again is probably going to be getting the right clients in. Is there going to be some sort of pre-qualification for?
Yeah, so we set a baseline. So obviously I want to see that they've been in business for at least a year, because that way at least they'll have 12 months that we can get an average and figure out like, okay, well, what was your revenue? What was your cost? And what's your operating margin for that time period? So really the first time they do a contest is going to be the most work intensive on my end. But after that, we can use their 10-month window as their new baseline, that they can then be judged against other business owners who have done it in the past. So yeah, there is a lot of work on my end from the accounting side, but I just think it's, in my mind, the coolest thing that I've ever created. So that's why I'm so excited about it.
Well, I can tell that you're passionate about it, and that's why it's going to work, and people are going to be interested in it. So it makes a lot of sense for me, and I really love that you're turning this into a much bigger thing. And I think, I think it's going to blow up big. I think this could be like a really big thing. I think you might like create a new model that other people might want to do in different genres.
I think it is going to get ripped off, absolutely. But I think the best ideas always are. It's just a matter of doing it the best you possibly can.
Yeah, and that's all you can do. I mean, there's advantages and disadvantages to being the first mover.
Right.
I've had both good and bad experiences in that in my life, but I always I'd rather be the first one in most cases, because then you're the pioneer, and if you hit it big, you're the one that
exactly. And once you put it out there, obviously I'm going to have the book, so it's going to be out there. Nobody's going to be able to argue that, hey, you didn't come up with it. I'll be like, dude, it was published.
Right. Yeah, and that's another great point of having the book, because it just ties the credibility of the whole idea to one big thing. So is this book going to be traditionally published or self-published?
Self-published.
Yeah, and again, I don't think
that's how my last couple of books were. So I mean, maybe it's just easier for me that way.
It doesn't matter, we could do a 2-hour conversation about that, but it doesn't matter anymore. People care about the content and what it does to help them and solve their problems in the nonfiction sense. Right. So I wish you much success with it. It sounds like a really cool project. I'd love to have you come back on 6 months or a year and talk about the success you've had with it.
Absolutely. I would love that.
Now, where can people go to learn more about the book right now?
So theprizebook.com.
Okay, great.
Actually, as I was preparing for this, I haven't even forwarded that domain to the page yet. So it'll be up within like 10 minutes. It's just one of the things that you have to take action as fast as possible.
This isn't live, so people will be seeing it.
I didn't think it was going to be, but at the same time, I think that's an important note for people to know that, look, you can buy a domain. You don't have to have everything ready before you jump in and start doing stuff and getting it accomplished. But it's one of those things that, the page will be up, within minutes of me getting off of this, so it's not a big deal.
Theprizebook.com.
Correct.
Now, last question is, who's the guy mowing the grass behind you?
Yeah, that's my dad, actually.
I keep watching this head on a riding lawnmower.
Yeah, he loves it. He's actually so we live next door, and he loves mowing the lawn. He's like retired. He absolutely loves it. So I'm like, all right, mow the lawn. Okay.
That's fantastic. Well, Kevin, thanks so much for coming on talking about it. We'll of course include the link where this is broadcast. Everyone check out theprizebook.com and check out what Kevin's doing. I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to see you blow this up into a new big thing and become a model for maybe other people to steal from you.
Yeah, they can try.
They can try.
I appreciate it.
And that's the great attitude to have. You have to be able to think on your feet and try stuff, because if you don't, you know what happens. So Kevin, thank you for coming on, and we'll talk to you again next time. All right.
All right. Thanks, Jim. Have a great day.
Everybody. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Check out theprizebook.com. I'm Jim Kukro from Business Around a Book and Author Marketing Club, and we'll see you next time. Bye.